inevitably, as you think back over the year, you think of certain highlights, the first of which obviously is the arrival of new students. And this year, for the first time, with orientation in the immediate vicinity, we had a chance to introduce the new students to the community, not only of Montezuma, but Las Vegas. And I think that was a particularly interesting departure from past practice. And then as the fall went on, you realized that the big events, the national days, the conferences, become the focal point of so much. Certainly as you sit here in this office, you realize that your perspective differs, but nonetheless the calendar is marked by those big events, and then the break in December, subsequently what was undoubtedly the best project week we've ever had in March. These are the kinds of highlights that hit our calendars as well as those of students who are working very hard. And another feature this year that was interesting as we approached the end and came to our last snowstorm and then the lilacs blooming for the first time in 3 years, what struck us was that people did not seem as apprehensive or anxious about the examinations. The second years took it all in stride. They seem extraordinarily relaxed here at the end of the year. But the old phenomenon persists, and that is the second years are beginning to know that the first years are taken over, that they're running the place, and that they're going to be setting up everything for next year. And this is a very hard thing, I think, for some of those who graduate to accept the fact that now they're on to something else. And yet that is exactly what happens all the time in education. It's a transition to something else. And I suppose as we think about this graduating class, the seventh, that we not only, of course, do the traditional thing of wishing them good luck, but we also realize they're on to a host of new adventures everywhere in the world. And that is just what should happen in a movement such as the United World College movement. People prepare themselves, discuss things, worry for 2 years here at Montezuma, and then go on to find a new arena for their activity, a new way to serve mankind, and ultimately that is our goal. How can we most effectively serve mankind and achieve the purposes which led to the foundation of the United World Colleges?
Every bloody dopey war, mate. Gee.
What war, mate? Oh, yeah. So that's why they're shooting at us. Don't like it much. Miss the wife and sheep.
And the kookaburras.
The kookaburras.
Kookaburras, sit.
What about, mate? You wake up the turf.
It's a beach, you say, Bruce.
What?
Gallipoli.
Yeah, it's a beach like Bondi. Bondi Beach.
Ah, Bondi. What a beauty, mate. I mean, come again, Bruce. How do you spell Gallipoli?
Bruce, let me ask you something. Why do you want to know how to spell Gallipoli?
I'm right, Timber. Sheila.
Oh, yeah? What's the name?
Sheila.
You know, I had a Sheila back home. Name was, Bruce. I didn't see much of it, though.
Bloody nice name, that. Yeah, I never saw much of my woman either, you know. Too busy with the sheep dip and the pub.
Down the pub, eh?
Yeah.
Bruce, what are we doing here? Well, it's, funny you should ask that, Bruce. I mean, what's a small colonial outpost doing in the middle of a vast imperialistic conflict in which we get no possible gain? Down through the ages, Europe has always exploited its economic dependencies on the rims of the world, destroying indigenous cultures and emaciating the natural environment for the sake of progress and technology. Then they have the collective arrogance to take us in the name of declining empires, put us in some obscure part of Turkey, which we can't even spell, probably not even pronounce, losing our mates in horrific battles, 1,000 miles away from our homes and our families.
And our sheep. And our sheep. I'm sheep.
I'm homesick, Bruce. You've got to sing the song, Bruce.
Whoa, sing Matilda.
Good morning, children. Sit down. Right, we start with some soap. Would you like to sort of put that away and we'll get on with it? I'm not used to televised lessons, actually. I find it rather difficult. Maybe you'd like to put this ridiculous... sorry, stop winking at me, will you? I'm not supposed to smile. I've got to scowl the whole time. I'm not going to say anything.
Emma, would you put that thing down for God's sake? This is going to get on my nerves. I can't find my pistol.
Fire the laser into the camera.
I'm going to fire the laser into the camera. That will really fix you.
Blue light sensor.
I'll run you over with my dragster. No.
Keenan.
Here, Moritz, open your mouth. Some people are good looking. Some people are, well, some people are rich, right? Some people are both. This is a very boring video, I should think. Can I do my imitation of Ethel Merman? Right? There's no business like show business. What people will do in front of the camera. Here's my gun. Okay. I've had enough of you, Moritz.
By the Academy Award institution. This is a grave omission on their part, for Asian movies are priceless works of art. They have depth, meaning, romance, sex, violence, stimulating dialogue, subtle humor, and passion. What you are about to witness is a clip from the mega box office hit, Love, 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 a worldwide sensation in Punjab, Rangoon, Tibet, Kerala, Afghanistan, and Papua New Guinea. Scene 1, love, romance, and passion. Jealousy. Anger, fury, rebellion, and misunderstanding.
I have just been enlightened about your unbecoming behavior. You were a disgrace to the family. Bring pain to my heart and melancholy tears to my eyes. Our family name has been stained here because of your immorality. your blood. No. The moment I saw you standing there, I felt this tremor in my body. I must have you or die.
You scoundrel!
Son, I have just witnessed your honorable deed. Today you have saved my daughter from the depths of immorality. You bring pride to my heart and tears of joy to my eyes. At last you have proved your love for my daughter is true. She is yours, my son.
shut it all down. I got a right to go to work. No work can do me found yet. They say we're gonna have to pay what's owed. We're gonna have to pay from the seed is sold. When all the birds up on the wires and up on the pole, they can always get out in this rain and this cold. And you can hear them singing out that telegraph pole all the way down the telegraph road.
Problem after problem,
Mood after mood, sadness, despair, loneliness.
anger. I don't know how to deal with it.
No one told me how to deal with it. Sometimes I miss the people I left behind. Sometimes I'm scared of the people I hang out with. Sometimes I'm terrified I'm losing myself.
I'm telling you, sometimes I even think I miss my parents or
Something. I want something. I want something.
Something comforting, something wonderful, something...
Thrilling. Something that makes me feel.
Take away all the words, the songs, and all the things I had before. Take away the city's pain and all the lies I've endured. Give me something to live for and fight for my life. I mean, it's early days yet. Still got a while to go. I've got my roadmap, and I've got my advice from my good friend, and I've got my own clear head. But that's not where the struggle will end. And in my own time, I'll find my man.
Thousands of cars go back and forth. Airplanes and trains go shooting by. Everybody goes from A to B. And nobody does know why. Because the world is full of people running. The world is made of runaways. Tomorrow's going to be a different world than the way it was today. You know, it's so hard to be on the receiving end of grown-ups who demand maturity. And it breaks my heart to see kids who hate themselves because they're not what they're supposed to be. You know, parents, make up your mind. Do you want children? Just let me be a kid out of the playground. Set me free and let me just play out in the playground.
let me be young before I get old. Just let me be a kid.
Just let me be young before I get old. Let me be a kid. Just let me be young. That's what I am, young.
Just let me be a kid.
I just want to be a kid.
Let me be a kid.
Let me be a kid.
Let me be a kid.
Just let me be a kid. Let me be a kid.
How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you two?
Oh, well, I had a very hectic week. What have you been doing over there from the hill, my brother?
I've been working on the cross. After it happened.
Oh, yeah, I heard that well. You have had the blessings of our God above in here, my brother. Unlike many past years. Whose cow is that you're looking at? Oh, is it your cow, my brother? This cow I see.
It's my cow.
Is it for sale?
Why?
Because I want to buy a wife.
If you want to buy a wife, what do you need the cow for?
I need a cow to pay Robora.
What is the one?
I love my mother. After staying with these missionaries from across the seas for these few years, you've forgotten everything about tradition. Oh, that is too bad for you, my brother. I will tell you, Robora is what you pay the girl's father in order to get that girl as your wife.
What are you going to pay?
Your wife.
But I thought you wanted a wife.
Yes, that's what I said. But a different one.
So, for my cow, you are going to pay me your wife so you can buy a wife.
Now we are getting down to business.
I already have one.
Don't you want another one?
I cannot have one wife. What will I do with two?
Under the moon, my brother, there's an innumerable number of things you can do. Maybe you can alternate.
Why don't we alternate?
What do you mean? Why don't you alternate?
You give me a wife. I give you my wife.
And so, son of my mother, what about the cow?
To hell with the cow.
Most African countries have managed to break away from colonial oppression. One exception is South Africa, where the system of colonial oppression is still enforced under the name of apartheid. 1652.
The first Dutch settlers arrived in South Africa, and many bloody wars are fought with the people. Hundreds of them died. It's the case of the black man with a spear against the white man with a gun.
1948. The Nationalist Party took over under Verwoerd. Apartheid was enforced as a government policy. 21st of March, 1960.
Sharpeville. Protesters are killed by the South African police for protesting against the unjust pass laws that made them a foreigner in their own country.
June June 16, 1976.
So wait.
Hundreds and hundreds of black school children demonstrated peacefully in protest against the Bantu education system. Their answer was a gun, and the first child to be shot dead was 13-year-old Hector Peterson. Many others followed in this fate.
Mon frère de Soweto, après toi les oranges tarifs, après toi le soleil interdit, après toi les descentes sadiques, après toi le descente des yeux. Oh, père mon frère de Soweto, object canonisé dans le temps de héros. Je te le dis ma mélodie, toi qui convoques le souverain.
Oh, my dead brother from Soweto. Now you're gone. The rivers run no more. Now you're gone, and the sun shines dark. Now you're gone. All is blood and useless toil. Oh, my dead brother from Soweto. I dedicate this song to you as you struggle, as you continue to struggle from beyond the grave.
Tried to hurt me, but now I know. Thorn in my side, you know that's all you ever were. A bundle of lies, you know that
morning was about species endangerment and extinction, and talking about what one can do to help prevent that from happening. Looking at the problem, talking about the focus from our Endangered Species Act in this country and how important it is, and then things that students here can do to get the word out worldwide about dealing with environmental issues, particularly with regard to species extinction.
What I'm going to try to trace with you today is that the price we pay for the pursuit of our technological happiness is in fact the death of the planet.
I think while we've been focused this conference is on environmental issues and global environmental issues, there's a great potential for people to get sort of hung up in the old gloom and doom scenario that between the ozone hole and global warming and acid rain and social injustice and overpopulation, lack of food, and that there's no hope. And one of the things that I focused on in the presentation are some win-win solutions, some small technical fixes that will allow us to have some time before we start dealing with some larger.
There's mounting evidence that because of industrial activities, they're releasing a lot of additional carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and that carbon dioxide is improving the ability of the atmosphere to retain heat energy near the Earth's surface, and that causes warming of the Earth's climate. And the amount of warming that's occurred over the last century or so is equivalent to about 0.5 degree centigrade.
This is Andy DeBraver at the Environmental Issues Conference at the United World College in Montezuma.
I'm Andy DeBraver at United World College. On the spot. Get me.
Okay, you're laughing now, Tom.
Okay.
Okay, moving.
Yes, well, personally, I think the forest is green. And I think that's why we should protect it.
Live from Montezuma, New Mexico. This is the Arm & Hammer United World College Insanity Day.
the other hand, we will broaden and deepen the fraternal relationship linking us to the world socialist system, and first of all, to our faithful friend and reliable ally, the Soviet Union. We declare our goals openly. The peoples of the world will see the people the struggle against imperialism, for the liquidation of all forms of capitalism, the colonization.
I know it sounds a bit outdated, you know? I feel like you guys overslept something. Mean something, I don't know, but you know, wake up, guys, wake up.
No doubt used on other mistresses. But this time, he spoke of you. Didn't he, Lady Mouser? The shock of hearing that conversation was terrific. You'd seen Carolyn take the conine out of the laboratory the day before. You told Amius you were going upstairs to get a pullover. You found the conine, filled a small eyedropper full of it, and came back downstairs. You put the conine in the glass, but he refused the glass. You resumed your pose. When Carolyn came out, she poured it in the glass, and he drank. You watched him feel the first stiffness of the limbs. You watched him die. That is the portrait of a woman who watched the man she loved die. And the man who was facing it didn't even know what was happening to him. But it's there, you know, in those eyes.
He deserves to die. And you do too. There's a damn thing you can do.
Elsa, of all people. I can't believe it.
Well, tonight we're going to stay for like a face.
What can we do? What the hell can we do?
I don't know, it's ridiculous, but it's all true. Incredible! Absolutely incredible!
Let's get the lawyer's eyes to work. Bob, are you all right? Yes, don't worry. It's only a flesh wound. What do you want done, Carla?
Nothing. She's already, isn't she?
She's sentenced.
To life in prison to decide herself. Thank you.
You'll go back to Canada now and marry that Jeff. We don't have enough evidence for the courts, but we have enough evidence for Jeff.
We don't need to please Jeff. I'm not going to marry him. I told him so.
But you'll be lonely.
Not if I can find an English cousin. Now, if I could induce you to fall in love with me.
Induce me to fall in love with you. Why the devil do you think I've done all this?
You've been mixing me up with my mother. But I've got a lot of Amius in me, too. I want you to be in love with me.
Don't worry.
I don't.
On the modern stage, I pray for miracles. On the modern stage.
river broke, the bloodwood and the desert oak, holding wrecks and boiling diesels, steaming 45 degrees. The time has come to save fair's fair, to pay the rent, to pay our share. The time has come, a fact's a fact, it belongs to them, let's give it back. How can we dance when our earth is turning? How do we sleep while our beds are burning? How can we dance when our earth is turning? How do we sleep while our beds are burning? The time has come to save fair's fair, to pay the rent now, to pay our share. Before we'll scare the cockatoos from Kentar East to yonder move, the western desert lives and breathes in 45 degrees. The The time has come to say fair's fair, to pay the rent, to pay our share. The time has come, a fact's a fact, it belongs to them. Let's give it back. How can we dance when our earth is turning? Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair of wood, and it'd be lovely. Lots of chocolate for me to eat, lots of coal making lots of heat, warm hands, warm face.
We met at 9.
We met at 8.
I was on time.
No, you were late.
Oh yes, I remember it well. We dined with friends.
We dined alone.
A tenor sang.
A baritone.
Oh yes, I remember it well. That dazzling apron.
I could say time in a bottle. It was things that I'd like to do. To save everything till eternity passes away. Just to
I am just a poor boy, though my story is seldom told. I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. All lies and jest, still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. When I left my home and my family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers, in the quiet of the railway station, running scared. Laying low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. Bye-la-la. La 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 la. Asking only workmen's wages, I come looking for a job, but I get no offers. Just to come on from the whores on 7th Avenue. I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome I took some comfort there. La 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 la. the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that laid him down or cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame, I am leaving, but the fighter still remains.